Hello YouTube, and welcome to another general vlog video. Today we just did the lawnmower cold start, cleaned it up, got it all ready to sell. If you watched that video, that was like 5 minutes ago at the most. I mentioned in my other video, I do a video of the air conditioner that I did put in here. But first I wanted to go over this little bad boy buggy. No, I know that's not really what it is. It's a four-wheeler off-brand. We don't know what brand. We did find out that it is made in China. So the motor was pulled off of it. Watch the video on that. I did a long video explaining it all. So we stripped it. I mean, we took all the plastics off, all the wiring off, because we're not going to use any of that. And now we have our little motor set up in there. It's just setting in there. I just ordered a chain and clutch, go-kart clutch for it, and as you can see, it's not going to be very far away from it, so I'm hoping we don't need anything in between a jack shaft or anything. But my boys did this on their own. My oldest, who is 11, almost 12, he let me go over here and sit down so I can tell you these couple of stories, because I'm so proud of my boys. But first off, let me tell you, I had mentioned to them about perhaps filming it. You know, I told them, I said YouTube community would love that, and they both just, when I turned the camera on, they wouldn't say anything, they wouldn't look at me, they wouldn't look at the camera, they weren't paying attention to what they were doing. They are just so nervous and shy about the camera, which I understand, I am too. But I did get a little bit of them. I think I got my youngest son Colton on the cold motor start, which, no, actually I did not. Man, I wish I'd have got that. So let me run down what they did. My oldest boy, who's 11, getting ready to turn 12, about a month from now. Well, the 27th of June, and which is 28 more days. He come in here and took all the footboards off, all the plastics off. If you guys watched the video I did before that, you do know that I went around and kind of pre-loosened everything. Although with this being a newer machine, I didn't really have to. But just so he didn't lose interest or lose faith in himself. Everything went great. I mean, my youngest son, Colton, and I were out on the bed of the truck working on the motor, and, you know, Ricky just come out there and he's like, "Now what, Dad?" And I said, "Well, you know, figure out how to take the seat off, figure out how to take the body off." He's like, "Dad, I already did all that." And I come back in, and, you know, everything's in a bucket. There's the seat. I mean, he said, "Dad, it's just a lever." I was like, "Okay, well." And then over there, and all the hoard and mess and junk, there's a little Tupperware container with all the nuts and bolts, and we did take the head cover off, valve cover, I'm not sure what it's called on a lawnmower, for clearance issues. But, you know, that just so we didn't start dinging it up and stuff. It goes right back on. Now, yeah, I guess Ricky did do that too, because Colton couldn't loosen the bolts. I actually showed Ricky how to do the 2 wrenches, and anyways, we got all that. But while my oldest boy was in here doing all that, now I did have to help him with the handlebars. He got the handlebars off, he just couldn't figure out how to fish them through the plastic, which was pretty easy for me, but I've done it a million times. He's never done it, and I think he was worried about breaking something. So while he was in here doing that, Colton and I were just right out there, right where that mud puddle is now, because I just power washed. And we were on the tailgate of the truck. And now, mind you, once again, I had already pre-started this motor. I did that on video. I think it took 3 or 4 starts. It started right up. The next day, you know, of course, I didn't tell him that I'd already pre-started. I'm not lying to him. I'm just trying to give him motion to carry forward. I don't know, make him feel good about himself. You know, he's 9 years old. Yeah, 9 years old. And so anyways, we went out there, and I knew to take this one cover off that covers the throttle. So I had him take that off. He did that by himself. And then we choked it, and he pulled it one time, and it started right up. Oh, and he was just tickled to death. He said, "Dad, it's going to run, it's going to work, blah, blah, blah." You know, just going on and on and on. And of course, then, you know, my oldest son come out and he's like, "Dad, it started. That's awesome." And, you know, because it had been set for several years. And it did. It runs, it idles beautiful. It gives gas. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't fall on its face. Nothing. So then there was a pulley on it that I knew it had to come off because that's where the clutch goes. And if you'll see, the pulley was right. I have a socket over it to keep any damage from happening to it. Not that any damage at all is going to happen to that shaft, but so the keyway and everything don't fall out. That's just what I do, people. Don't judge me. So anyways, it had a pulley on there. And that pulley, let me go over here. And I hate to be a dumpster digger like half the people on Facebook. Yeah, I don't see it down in there. And I'm not going to dig. But anyways, the pulley wasn't very big. And I come in here and got a puller. And it showed him how it worked, you know. Showed him how you put it on, how to make sure it grabs on the back and everything. And I told him, I said, no, this is probably not the correct puller to use. Well, my finger was just right there in the way, wasn't it? Because it's going to bend it, but since we don't need it, we don't care. And it was an easier puller for him to work. So I did that, and I got a big crescent wrench, and boy, he started turning. And of course, I had to hold it for him to keep it from turning the motor. But then my other son come out, and he started holding it, so I just kind of let them two do it. And Colton got it probably 75% of the way off, and I just kept thinking, he just doesn't have a whole lot of power, but he's doing it. And my oldest boy, who is a lot bigger than Colton, got a hold of it, and he's like, wow, Dad, he said, that thing turns hard. So I grabbed it and gave it a couple turns. I was really impressed that Colton held out that long. And then Ricky probably turned it 4 or 5 times. I turned it 2 or 3 times, and Colton's like, no, I want to finish it. And boy, he was tickled to death when that pulley popped off there. He's like, wow, Dad, that's cool how that tool works. And I don't know, it really lightens my heart and just brightens my whole day. Just sorry about that. Okay, anyways, I'll be alright here in a minute. Okay, anyways, sorry I get a little choked up. Don't tell me I'm actually going to have to hit the pause button. No, I should be fine. This divorce is really rough on me. It's not necessarily because of my ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife. It's because of my kids. I lived in a family of 7 kids. You know, we had my 2 daughters before the marriage, her 3 kids before the marriage, and then we had 2 together, and we were kind of like a blended family. And it's not that I just... Okay. I think I got it together now. Sorry about that. It's been 1 year and 8 months, and it's a hard thing for me to handle, not being around my kids or her kids, which are my kids. I don't get to see them every day. I get to see them a few times a week. We only live a block from each other, but she's being kind of petty, and we still haven't got final paperwork. I know I got shared parenting. I asked for a week with me, a week with her, a week with me, a week with her. Like I said, we live a block or 2 away from each other, same bus. I think it'll be a great deal. But anyway, she's being kind of petty about everything. So my boys have been getting to come over a little bit more. I guess they've just been bugging her, and now that school's out. But, I almost fell off seat. That would have been funny. But anyways, it is what it is. But my boys really impressed me yesterday. Now, they're typical kids. They're going to lose interest in this. So what I'm hoping is I still have to, let's walk over here. I still have to pull that motor back out, which is real easy. It slides right out. And I have to build a plate for the whole bottom of that so we can adjust the motor exactly where we want. I will do that between now and Monday. No, actually, you know what? I think I won't. I think I'll get all the materials together, pre-market and everything, because we don't have anything to do on this Monday. That's when they come back again. Right now, they're coming here every Monday and Thursday. Now, last night, they spent the night with me. Well, Thursday night they spent the night. Yeah, that was last night. Wow. Anyways, so that was great. You know, we had a great time, and that's what brought this on. It just seems like with us living that close together, that she would stop being so petty, and you know, start letting my kids come down here anytime that they want. I mean, they can walk here. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's not your guys' problems, and I'm sure you don't want to hear my problems. But I just hate petty people, especially when they put a child in the middle of it. It really ruins everything. And it's hurting those children more than it is me. Well, I don't know about that. Okay, so on to something else. But anyways, I ordered the clutch and the chain, and the clutch and chain was only like $27 with a couple dollars shipping. It's a 420 chain, and the go-kart clutch, I got a 10 tooth for the front, so you know it'll take off really good. But anyways, between now, which is Friday, and next Thursday, they're going to start losing interest a little bit. So maybe Monday, if we just do that plate, that'll keep them re-interested in it. And then we've got a little bit of modification to do to this footboard over here, because the motor's it's not going to stick out that far, but it's going to stick out a little bit, which is great. Then we can fill the gas and everything. But anyways, by Thursday, they should be able to ride this thing. If not, maybe I can talk their mom into let them spend the night again, and we could work on it and go out Friday and really have a lot of fun. Which I don't understand why she won't, because since the divorce, she had to get a job. Boy, I bet she hates that. She never had a job before. But, so now she's working all the time. The kids just have to stay home with her older brothers and sisters. Which, you know how brothers and sisters are. They pick on each other. And here I go off on this tangent again, and we're not going to do this. Anyways, this is my boys' project, and I think they're really going to enjoy it when it's done. It's in extremely good shape. And like I said, the only thing other than a pile of dust is I see a little bit of rust on the shock back here, which if you watch my past video, you'll see a walkthrough of all this. So I'm going to get off of here, and I think I might actually pull that riding mower around, and since I got the power washer out and got it hooked, I might go inside and sit in the air. Oh, that's what I brought you in here for. Duh. Okay, so now I have an air conditioner. Of course, I have my door open, so it'll give better light in here so I can video. But yes, now I have my air conditioner in here. It's running nice and cool. Yeah, that's nice and cool. Everything works great on it. So I got a nice little, as you can see, I still got to seal it. As I put it in yesterday, I wanted to get it in before my boys got here, because I knew it was going to be hot in here. And, you know, this is old tin, you know, and no insulation. So it gets like over 100 degrees in here. And that brings it down, not just cools it down a little bit, cools it down quite a bit. And you can see all my hoard in here. Yeah, right? And this is all since the divorce. A year and 8 months, so it's getting bad. I got to start thinning it out, thinning the hoard, draining the swamp. So anyways, now I have a cool place to work, and I can get some more stuff done once this here gets out of the way. You know, I'm leaving that there for the boys, and I don't want to disrupt it and lose parts, so I can wait another week or maybe even 2, you know, before I really get started on the lawnmowers and all that good stuff, which we just did one today, so I'm happy with that. Maybe get it out of here. So anyways, this is general vlog videos, and we are very general. We will do everything from gardening to fishing to magnet fishing to hunting to working on lawnmowers to working on 4-wheelers to working on houses to working on trailers. We do a little bit of everything. We are very general in what we do. And by we, once again, I mean me and soon my boys. I got to get them on camera shy. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night, a good tomorrow, or an even a better tomorrow. That would be even great. And an awesome night. And we will see you on the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.